Hey, so today is June 2nd. It's the second day of a new month, and I'm going to be going over a couple of trades I took on NVDA. They ended up working very, very nicely. Tons of confirmations behind these, so I just want to, highlight them and, yeah, why exactly I entered, what I saw, all of that. Okay, so quick thing before this. Lately, I've been looking at the bigger picture a lot, and I can definitely say that has changed my trading completely. I'm able to, weed out like a fourth of my watch list just by looking at the bigger picture. For example, Apple today. Um, Apple was actually one of the weakest equities. I mean, compared to some of the other ones I trade. Look at Tesla. So, okay, with the exception of today, Tesla was in an uptrend. Look at a stock like AMD, clear uptrend. GME uptrend. Even Google, even Google was trending to the upside. So Apple, on the other hand, was getting ready to break this longer term wedge on the daily time frame towards the downside. So, Apple is clearly weak. So I don't want to touch calls on Apple till we can get clear momentum to the upside. The second we start putting in a clean flag pattern or some sort of pattern near, 128 rally base rally with momentum, then a break above 128 looks really, really good. And I'm going to be there. I'm probably going to be the first one to capitalize on it with heavy size. But until then, I'm leaving it alone. I'm letting it to do its thing. In the meanwhile, I'm focusing on setups with clear relative strength like NVDA. So this was the killer move I made today. I think it was up like 770, but I kind of gave some back. That's still a thing I need to work on, emotions. I'm still working on it, but um, there are a couple of things which I really, really liked about NVIDIA, and I'm going to go over that right now. So just looking at the bigger picture, we have a confirmation. So whenever you see a confirmation which starts from the bigger picture, the trade is going to be really good. So look at this. On the daily time frame, we had a daily rally, then a nice basing candle with a nice lower wick, then another rally candle. So on the daily time frame, we had a confirmation. So I mean, this just says it's going to be a good setup. Now let's go down to an intraday time frame where we can really, really analyze. I should probably do this with SPY and QQQ because I'm always watching SPY, QQQ, and VIX or ESNQ and VIX when I'm trading. Okay, so NQ had fresh supply, but we opened up and we started basing in, so I wasn't really worried about this. ES didn't have fresh supply for a couple of points higher, so on the side of ES and NQ we look good. Off of the first candle, NQ was stronger than ES, and NVIDIA is a tech stock, so I already like that. And look what happened on the first 5-minute candle for NVIDIA. Clear relative strength. You can see that we barely had an upper wick. We closed above all-time highs on the first 5-minute candle. Well, SPY could barely, or while NQ could, barely get above this area, and it had a massive upper wick. ES was down. So, NVIDIA just broke its all-time high, while NQ and ES didn't have that great of a move. So not only on a higher time frame, but on an intraday time frame, we have relative strength. Obviously, I did not capitalize on this move up. Dylan did take this trade in the first 5 minutes. He said it was an exception to his rules, and that's definitely valid. We had several confirmations, all-time high break, nice volume, daily rally base rally. So I see why he played it, but me personally, I just wasn't confident playing it in the first 5 minutes. So my plan going into this was, okay, maybe I'm willing to take a retest of all-time highs. Because if all-time highs acts as a resistance, it's going to break above it and act as support. That's just how the market works. So essentially 655 was this area of resistance where we had our previous all-time high. We broke above it and now it acted as support. So that's another confirmation. So not only did NVIDIA have a daily rally-based rally, one confirmation, it had relative strength on an intraday time frame, two confirmations. It broke above all-time high, three confirmations. It had this crazy volume spike. I haven't even compared it to previous days. and I know it's probably one of the highest volume spikes. Okay, exactly. I mean, besides this, this is it's a shit ton of volume right here. Over 546,000 shares traded in the first 5 minutes. So that's four confirmations. I kind of lost count of how many confirmations we had, but we had this daily rally base, 5 minute rally base rally, which retested all time highs. So this was another confirmation. Um, I did. Somebody did DM me and said, okay, I didn't play this because we had this, this upper wick. But this just showed me that we had resistance at 660, and when we have 5, 6 other confirmations, it's fine if the basing candle isn't perfect. That's just how it goes sometimes. So where I entered was because we had 5 or 6 confirmations. I speculated that we'd break above a high a day. So I didn't enter here. I actually entered somewhere around 657. This just comes from intuition and practice. When you're super super confident in your setups, you can anticipate them more for more of a greater return. So I entered 2 contracts of 665 calls, and I believe my fill I closed down Interactive Brokers because I took a trade which made no sense, and I didn't want to give anything back. So uh, I had entered two at 535 right here. Um, so we had a similar move like this on Friday too, right here. My mistake on this move was that I wasn't patient enough. I traded off of the P and L. So I clearly told myself that, okay, I know I'm going to be up a lot of money, but I need to focus on what the chart is telling me. So we had this nice move up, and then we had broke above high a day, and that was my first scale up. I knew that when we broke above high a day, the premiums will spike because whenever we break above high a day, low a day, some sort of key level, psychological level, the premiums are always going to spike. So I took one off here. I believe my fill was 685. So already I'm up 150 on one contract. My rule then becomes to move my second contract to break even. So the worst case scenario on this trade is that I make $185 or $150. So then we had this nice move up here. I was considering taking my second contract off here, but then I asked myself, NVIDIA just closed on very, very good volume with no upper wick, so no indication of selling pressure. So, why would I sell up here? It doesn't make sense. So luckily, I was, actually, because I was patient, I was able to capitalize on this full move up. And, as soon as this candle started coming down, I took profit, just because I have one contract left, and I'm playing same day expiration or same week expiration. So 2 days expiry. So a pullback will crush my premiums, and I knew that. And we just had a move from 655 all the way till 667. So Nvidia definitely needs to take a breather before moving higher. So I had, exited my second contract here for almost 100% on the contract, more like $400. So I netted $570 after commissions on this first trade. So a very, very good trade from my end. Several confirmations. I see no reason not to take a trade like this because, it had several confirmations backing it up. So after this, I was considering walking away. I was scanning for other high quality setups, and I found another one. It was on NVIDIA again. And just like how I talked about daily rally-based rally on the higher time frame, relative strength on an intraday chart, you can see that NVIDIA is clearly above its high day, while SPY and QQQ are choppy. They are making higher lows, which is a good sign. So same confirmations, except for this all-time high break and rally-based rally. What I had instead was a clean flag pattern. So I was looking at maybe some sort of 30-minute rally-based rally, 45-minute rally-based rally, a higher time frame rally-based rally to take it long, but instead I saw this very, very clean flag pattern. You can see that we rejected at 9:55, then 10:05, then 10:10. So this is a clean 5-minute chart pattern. It's called a flag pattern. You can draw it out like this too. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna start it from right here. So this, whatever you call it, falling wedge, flag pattern, for me it's just a nice period of consolidation. So what happened is, as soon as we closed above this trend line, with somewhat decent volume, not the best. Uh, I knew that NVIDIA had another chance to move higher, so I had re-entered only one contract. It was still a 665 called, but I had re-entered one just because, what do you call it? I re-entered one just because it was a good setup. And yes, I was money up on the day, but I did see another high quality setup. So I'm going to play it again, even though, I'm up money in the beginning. What I will do though is I will size down just to protect myself. So I re-entered, and basically as soon as the 1025 candle started. And, I have one contract, keep in mind. And I'm pretty sure I did a better job of patience than people who played multiple contracts. So I had one confirmation, we broke above high day right here. Um, and then you have to keep in mind that I am playing one contract, so I need to take my profits faster. So, as soon as we had this nice move up, I simply scaled out of it. I saw this rally based rally forming in real time. And keep in mind, if I had 2 or 3 contracts, I would have definitely capitalized on this move up because this was like another $200. However, I was playing one contract, and when you play one contract, it's really hard to capitalize on the entire move. So, yep, I caught another like $200 here. And then, there was another 15-minute rally based rally, which I tried playing right here. I tried playing it, I got stopped out for like $30, which is fine. But at this point, NVIDIA moved up like crazy, moved up like 20, $30. So just playing up here, playing in this space, let me highlight it right here. Playing in this space is overextended territory, so there might be good setups, but at this point, NVIDIA is pretty overextended. Usually after the first and second break, things tend to get a little bit choppy, so shouldn't have played this. Gave back like, I don't know. I tried playing it twice, I think, so it wasn't good. I gave back like $100, but I still am up like 650 on the day, which is my biggest winning day. So that is nice. I talked about why I entered, higher time frame analysis. You can see that, Spine QQQ didn't do much, but I wasn't afraid because we didn't have any fresh supply above and we were making higher lows. So that gave me the confidence to play NVIDIA. And so I'm going to end the video here now. It is 12 minutes. Just keep in mind that, the way the market is designed is for people to take mediocre trades, right? I'm still working on this, but keep in mind that Dylan had only taken one trade up to date, and he probably made more than you would in your entire month's salary. And the reason for that is because he's extremely patient with what he plays and what he chooses. So ultimately, that's the end goal. You're really, really only looking for 1 to 2 high quality setups, in my opinion, for the week, and those will be able to give you nice returns. But yep, I'm gonna end the video here, and I hope you guys have a nice remainder of the day.